So today I'm going to discuss another very interesting book. In fact, the author actually puts the things of a very complexities of life, your business management, your life management into a very simple, cartoonistic kind of an approach. The name of the book is Who Moved My Cheese? You know what happens? There are two hem and haw little people. Those job is to roam around the maze to find where the cheese is. That's the description is the maze is the word or the area where your expertise is, and cheese is the reward what you're going to get, and or your goals in life. Whether you want to earn money, you want to have status. So cheese is equated with status, money, relationship, whatever you might call it. Now keep watching this video till the end, because I'm going to give you 5 important messages or lessons from the book which have changed my life, the way I approach life, my business as well as my family. Now there is a station, they find a station where there's a lot of cheese, huge pile of cheese, and they are so thrilled to find cheese. Now they find this cheese at a station C and they eat the cheese, then come back early in the morning next day thinking that cheese may not be there, but they were happy to know that cheese was there. This goes on and on and on till they find that why get up early in the morning? Cheese is always there and the huge quantity. Will get up late. So then they start getting up late, cheese is always there. Then say, who would put an effort of, going all the way from there to the cheese? Why don't we move our house close to the cheese? They moved their houses close to the cheese, right? So this is what we do. We find something in the business, we actually put all eggs in one basket. So we move our premises to close to our business place, thinking that this is final, this would never change. That is not what happens. Life, the change is the only constant thing in life. Okay? So now what happens? They move their houses close by, they're happy, they come back at around 2 o'clock, they're not worried to get up early in the morning, but cheese is there. Now the problem happens, one day the cheese disappears. Now hem and haw, they have an approach. What they do is that they start thinking, okay, today it's not there, maybe we don't know where it comes from, it'll come back tomorrow, so we'll come back again. Tomorrow again they come back early in the morning, but cheese is not there. Third day, fourth day, cheese is not there, cheese is missing. They don't realize the situations or the world has changed, and they don't intend to change here. Now the cheese is not there. There are 2 responses. One is expectant, okay, fine, we'll wait for more days, the cheese would come. Hem starts blaming. Somebody has moved my cheese. Where this my cheese has come? Cheese doesn't belong to you. That's not your property. You never kept it there. But now the business what you are doing, it becomes my, or the relation what you have becomes my. It's my cheese. And he starts, blaming and trying to find who moved my cheese. Something happened, something conspired against us. So he continues to do that. So this is what we do in business. Changes do happen. Another category of mice, the author calls them sniff and scurry. Sniff and scurry are mice. They have a very good sense of smell. Now, after about 5-10 days of cheese, they find the cheese is not smelling as good. So that means the cheese and the quantity is slightly smaller. So they find a change in the cheese. Very subtle change in the cheese. Once they find this subtle change in the cheese, they know the cheese is going to disappear. So what they do, they put their shoes on their back, and they know when the cheese would not be there, we would start running and we go to the entire maze and find out where the cheese is. And that's exactly what they do. They don't wait like hem and haw so that the cheese to appear, because they know there were subtle changes in the smell of the cheese. They could think that the cheese is likely to move. Hem and Haw takes a long time to think. Finally, Haw decides that, okay, let me take a courage and go out after a few days and find cheese. And he does find another cheese where those two mice were already there because they planned early, they went early, they start enjoying the cheese. Here are the lessons which I learned in my life and applied that and found it wonderful. Lot of areas in my business went down, my workplace. So I said, okay, we always had some extra plan or plan B or another area where we can actually show our expertise. This helped me sustain in this work. Now, lesson number 1. Change is the only constant thing. Remember, whatever business, practice, hospital you are doing, there is going to be a change by a corporate, by another practitioner, by some competition or something else, right? So change is going to happen. Be prepared for that change. That is the lesson number 1 this book tells you in a very nice form. Now, this cheese is not mine. It's not my cheese. Okay, this business is not mine. So why claim that? Move on. This business has changed. Lesson number 2. You actually should smell the change pretty early. You monitor the situation, monitor your business, and see when the plateau comes in your business. That means once the plateau is there, the next step is going to be decline. Start looking up the factors which might affect your business. Start looking up the areas why your business is falling, right? Why your revenue is falling, and know that, okay, some major change is happening or could happen in future, so that you can plan quick. So that like the mice, they planned sniff and scurry, they planned very quickly. They moved to the next station of cheese. The lesson 4 is, why don't we move with the change? We are all scared about change. Whenever the change happens, one, we don't accept that the change is universal. It has to happen. Second, when the change happens, we blame others. We don't act quickly. Why we don't act quickly? Because we are scared. We are scared about the going to the new territory, new areas of the maze. The cheese may or may not be there. I would have to put up an effort again, right from the scratch. That is the scare. And there is a scare of a failure. Scare or that somebody would mock at us, that you were there, you moved your house close to the cheese, your cheese has moved, now you're doing nothing. Go to another business. Do something else, right? So these are the most important lessons which you should learn from this Who Moved My Cheese. Again, fabulous book, 100 pages only. You would read when you are traveling anywhere by air or by train. Just pick up this book on any of the counters and you would be able to finish this book by the time the journey you reach the destination. So this book is such a nice book of 100 pages which has a great potential of changing lives. I'll keep posting more.